Hello everybody and welcome back to Boody's Emporium. Today I wanted to go through a couple of things. I've been working on some little tags from Christmas that I had that I've just been recovering and playing with. So you're going to find I'm going to have, glue on my hands and everything. But today we want to see, and welcome back to my messy desk. You know how much I love my messy desk. But today we're going to see what's on the messy desk. So that's our episode today, and thank you to Bonnie for requesting it. This is one of the journals that I have made, and I thought I'd just run you through it quickly. This is a cutaway spine journal, so you're actually going to tie your signatures in, and when you tie them in, you're going to bring your string through, and then you're going to thread your beads on before you tie it off at the top. You can use any kinds of beads, whatever you like. I put in 3 signatures, and then I made just some little danglies and things to hang down, and a little vintage embellishment that I made out of a pendant tray. I've just stuck and glued in some pictures, and I've used a little bit of the glossy accents to seal it, so that it looks like it's coated in resin, and it looks quite effective. I like anything shiny and blingy, so this one really appeals to me. But of course you can use any beads that you've got lying around at all. Little embellishment on the front too has the same concept. It's a pendant tray that I've put together, and I've just hung a couple of things on just to extend it because I wanted it a little bit longer. The cover is leather. So it's just crafting leather. It's not that thick tanning leather. It's just a piece of crafting leather. I've also used a bag that I got from the thrift store and cut it up, cut the leather off and so on. And I've popped it through my Big Shot with a embossing folder. Now with this one I had to cut the embossing folder into 2 so they were separated and not hinged, so that I could line it up properly. But you can make all kinds of tags and things using and just putting leather through the embossing machine. So on our first page, we've just got a little pocket that I've done, and I've just put a little catch on here just for looks. So you can see that this is the little pocket here, and use some very old paper. Now this music paper is close to 100 years old, that piece. Got a nice little card that you can write on and pull out. We've got some pattern paper from the 50s, which I think is gorgeous. Some lovely little pocket things there. I've popped in a nice little napkin. And here we go. We've got somewhere where you can just write a little note. You can put I haven't filled a lot of these out because I want the person to buy it, to put their own things in it as well. So I've done some and I've left some. And so that it's not too full, you know. And again, there's some more of that beautiful, beautiful paper. A little slide out there with the vintage photo in it, and so that encourages you to put maybe some of your family photos on. This is lovely. I do love these vintage photos very, very much. So I've made a folder in there, and in there is the rest of the pattern, so that if you wanted to actually make those little, look at those little pants, and you could make them into dungarees very easily, or overalls as we call them here. And there's the pattern for them. So just lovely. There we've got a piece of the National Geographic from the 1950s, which is gorgeous in there, and some beautiful, beautiful scrapbooking paper, which I absolutely love. Left again for you to put your own stank on things. Just gorgeous. Use some vintage stamps, again using the vintage photos, which I love so much. Here's a nice little, this is the center of the first signature. You can pop all your goodies in there. A nice little pull out there. Let your dreams be your wings. So true. Some beautiful vintage pullouts. Again, some more of that beautiful antique paper. A gorgeous, it's not tarot, it's like, a message for the day or encouragement. So if you buy it, you'll find out what that says. There's the rest of that pattern, or some more of that pattern. We've got mermaids. Excuse me. You can tell that I love the vintage things, can't you? This is a piece that I got from a diary. And whilst the dates were out of date, the actual pictures were rather gorgeous. And a little tiny Little tiny envelope there with a little surprise in it. This is some nice dyed paper that I got from somebody, and another piece from the diary. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Beautiful, beautiful papers for you to put your goodies in. And there, if we open this up, you're going to find some more of that lovely vintage music paper, and from the music book, and a nice little pull out. Got some cute embellishments. You can see I haven't wanted to overdo it, because the purpose of this is for you to put your own things into it. I love this one with the vintage paper going around. We've got a lovely little cat charm there. Got a little bit of glitter on there, I don't know if you can see it. It's always time for sparkles. Love this one. This is a little paper bead that I made, and I turned it into an embellishment just with some bead caps and bits and pieces, and threaded through a tassel. Easily done. Oops, folded that over. So here we go with a couple of little cards that I've made that I've just slid in behind the lace. It's another little fold out. There's the rest of that pattern. It's got the little rompers in it. Oh my God. If you're a baby boomer, you'll remember those. If not, you have to make some, okay? Perhaps you might want to put here as a nice wedding that you went to. Here's a lovely little fold-out card. It's got some interesting things from those vintage music books, talking about Hubert Bach. So just lovely, and that's got a little magnet in it. Look at this. The importance of good music. Oh, these are just amazing to read, honestly. They're very, very collectible. Another little pull-out card. So I've put a lot in here. This one here, look at that picture behind it. Isn't it just gorgeous? But I've popped in there a little package of some nice napkins and things that maybe the person who buys it might like to decoupage on here. I've got little envelopes in here, and they've also got little notes in them that you can write on. Look at this. Isn't she beautiful? She's just beautiful. Stunning. I've gone to all sorts of places to tried to get as much authentic vintage and antique pieces that I can. I really do like that. So here's a very old postcard. Look at that. Hatfield College. It's an original and genuine postcard, and it's very, very old. Oh, oh, oh. This is from, looks like it's somewhere from France. I should write them all down, shouldn't I, so I can remember. So this is very, very cool. I'll leave it to the person who buys it to read, but it's from a murder mystery, and it's so much fun. You should have a look. Do you recognize the little readers? Oh my goodness. Paul runs after them. Look, Father, look at Pal. Oh, Pal, beg your pardon. Stop the car. Jump in, Pal, jump in. They almost forgot the dog. A little bit of embossing. That was fun to do. There's another one of those pendant faces that are just so fun to do. It's got little magnets on it to keep it shut. And I've put then a little area for writing, so you can write all your notes and things. This is a vintage from a vintage postcard, and I've backed it so that it's nice and strong. Lots of goodies in here. Nice little paper clip. Oh, all sorts of goodies in here. I'm not going to give it all away. I've got to save some surprises for the person who buys it. There they are playing with the dog. Just beautiful items. I just love all the bits and pieces. And on the back here, we've got, it's a funny story about this. This is a little pocket. But this was a picture that I wanted to do. And I decided that I was going to do a thick layer of the glossy accents. And I didn't like the way it came out. So I cut it off, and I was like, oh, I'm just not happy with that. And, you know, maybe I'll just throw it out. And a friend of mine, Crafts from the Dungeon, you need to follow her channel, and she said, don't you dare throw anything out. Look at it and see what you can do with it. And so I trimmed it and everything like that, and then put gold around. I thought, oh, I love that so much. So there it is in the journal. And then we've got the back, of course, and it's all nicely embossed and everything. So just gorgeous. And this one has a, I didn't even bring it with me, a nice piece of old cloth around it to tie it. So that's what's on my desk today, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you got some inspiration from it, and that you'll have a go yourself as well, even trying the embossed leather. I would love to see. So let me know how you go. Give me a thumbs up and remember to subscribe, and thank you very much for visiting my emporium. Bye for now.